Love your enemies. I think this is the most difficult. Luke 6 verse 27, NKJV. I say to you, who hear, love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. Not to those who love you. Do good to those who hate you. Let's see it in TPT, the Passion Translation. But if you will listen, I say to you, love your enemies and do something wonderful for them in return for their words. Do something good for the people that hate you. You know, there are people you don't know that hate you. There are people you know, they hate you. You know it. There's no pretense. You don't even need assignment. Assignment is far. You know they hate you. Look at Luke 6, 32 to 33. Let's see it in TPT, the Passion Translation. Luke 6, 32 to 33. Are you really showing true love by only loving those who love you back? The question for you, for us. Are you really showing true love by only those who love you back? Even those who don't know God will do that. Hey, that's an unbeliever can show what love is than you that is a Christian. That's what Scripture is saying. Are you really showing compassion when you do good only to those who do good deeds to you? You change the TPT. Are you really showing true love by loving those who love you? Even those who don't know God will do that. Are you really showing compassion when you do good deeds only to those who do good deeds to you? Even those who don't know God will do that. So what life are you living? Your life is supposed to model to others. So if unbelievers can show love to those that hate them, how much more you should lead it. Love your enemies. This is a very difficult one. I struggled with this for a very long time. You know, I wasn't someone who liked my dad. I didn't like my father. I think I've said it 1 or 2 times. I didn't like my dad. I didn't like how he treated my mom. I got to a point in my life where I hated my father. I told him that I didn't look forward to getting married. I didn't even know what marriage was the big deal. I was almost like a tomboy. For God has saved me. I hated men because I'm like, if my father that gave birth to me can be that tense coming to a home. I didn't look forward to my dad coming home. Some of you are here, you're in that shoe. I remember how God had to deal with me, start working on me to love my dad. Sometimes I would get him gifts. Sometimes I would give him from the money I was being paid. I was intentionally doing that because let me tell you something. One of the ways to love on someone that hates you is to give gifts. It releases you, not the person. In fact, as a matter of fact, it's scriptural. You mount up coals of fire on their head. So sometimes you are the one who likes to lead the vengeance. You don't want God. One of the ways to love on people that hate you is to give gifts. We have a pastoring before. You know, you know people that hate you. Like literally. You have people that can scream and say, hey, mama, oh, papa. But you know that they stab you on the back. When pastoring, I had this kind of experiences. It's not like, of course, we still get to have them anyways. And one of my very close person was like, ma, why are you doing the things that you're doing for this person? This person categorically doesn't like you. I'm like, I love God so much to express hatred. We're all accountable to God. You are living for only one person, God. That's what I live on every day. You are living for just one person. The audience of one, God. So I intentionally let go of things very fast. Because it's a command, love your enemies. So he's trying to tell you that people will hate you. People will betray you. Receive heartbreak. You will be hurt. It's not a life without it. You receive all of these things. That's the truth. Your father will hate you is expected. He is not meant to, but that's the life. It's part of the promise. You will be persecuted. But the command is love your enemies. Love your enemies. One of my friends, she's late. A close family friend raped her while we were in school, in university. I dreamt about it. I told her to be careful, to mind the way she goes to the guys. I feel like, they're just close friends, and they were really close. She had a pure heart towards this guy. And one of the days, she left the room without telling me. I didn't know where she was going to. But I'd already seen it, and I told her. I said, be careful with this guy. He said, no, that they're just like, you know how you can, family friend that becomes like your brother. That was the kind of relationship we have with this guy. And one of these days, just a few days afterwards, that I had a dream. She went to the guy's house, and the guy raped her. It was tough. It was one of the early morning. There was a day she woke up very early in the morning. She literally wanted to go stab the guy to death. And I had to start praying for her. And I said, as painful as it may sound, the guy raped you, but you need to love him. It took months. She hated men. Every man that came around her was scary. So one of the days I told her, I said, get him a gift, but don't go alone. We'll go together and give it to him. And gradually started releasing herself. And that was one of the channels, because she hated men, even to the guy that really liked her. I wanted to marry her. She didn't want to have anything to do with the guy. And one of the days she got gifts, and gradually she started releasing herself from the hurts. It was painful. And that was how, 2 years after, she got married. Because listen, you can be praying and praying and praying some specific prayers, but it's beyond what you are praying for. If you don't love the people that hate you, you can block your own door. You won't know. You'll just be battling with it, but you're just recycling around a particular level simply because the people who hate you, you hate them. You're not meant to hate them, you're meant to love them. I was sharing with someone, I said, go and meet your dad. I've been there. She was like, she's always receiving, I'm not saying it's connected to heartbreaks or anything, but, sometimes in counseling, God gives specific instruction and we just share. It doesn't have to always go this way. And I was telling her, I said, listen, for this door to be open, I'm hearing my spirits, go to your dad. I said, no, she can never. She doesn't even know who her father is. She said, crying. And I said, listen, go to your dad. Say dad stays very close and all of that. And I said, go and travel. Go and meet him. Get him a bottle of wine. Ask him to pray for you. I said, man, the man doesn't believe in God. I said, go and do it. You have the backing of the Holy Ghost. And she went. You won't believe it. The job she has been applying for and all of that. Just 2 weeks after, she was called. Love your enemies. It's not a condition. It's a command. It is promised. People will betray you. They will stab you on the back. Even your mentors that you look up to. You will be hurt. If Jesus was hated by mankind, who are you? Even you know they try where God they. But he loves you. The characteristics of love, very quickly. Characteristics of love. 1 Corinthians 13, 4-7, TPT. Characteristics of love. 1 Corinthians 13, 4-7, quickly. Love is large and incredibly patient. Love is gentle and consistently kind to all. It refuses, listen, no, it refuses to be jealous when blessing comes to someone else. Love does not brag about one's achievements, nor inflate its own importance. Voltage, are you here? Love does not traffic in shame and disrespect, nor selfishly seeking its own honor. Love is not easily irritated or quick to take offense. Love joyfully celebrates honesty and finds no delight in what is what? Wrong. 7, love is a safe place of shelter, for it never stops believing the best for others. Love never takes failure as defeat, for it never gives up. Let's go to 7, the verse 7. That's where I want to stay on. Love is a safe place of shelter, for it never stops believing the best for others. How do you believe the best for others? Number 1. Let's start from verse 7 as one of the characteristics of love. Love is a safe place of shelter, for it never stops believing the best for others. How do you believe for the best for others? How do you believe the best for others? Number 1, by giving from your best. 1 John 3, verse 16 to 18, NIV, New International Version. Let's see it. 1 John 3, verse 16 to 18, NIV. This is how we know what love is. Listen, are you seeing the explanation of love? This is the attitude of love. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers and sisters. 17. If anyone has material possessions and sees a brother or sister in need but has no pity on them, how can what? The love of God be in that person. Verse 18. Dear children, let us not love with words or speech, but with what? Action. And in what? Go back to verse 17, please. If anyone has material possessions and see a brother or sister in need but has no pity, not prayer points, has no pity on them, how can the love of God be in that person? Some of you have possessions. You can pray when people come to you, and it's not bad. What can you give? You have many clothes in your closets, provisions, foodstuffs, shoes. You might, even if it's 3. But yet, you are seeing your fellow brother or sister. I'm not talking about your biological relation, your church member. The hair is in a funny state. The shoe, you know the heel is not healing. The sole is sore. Yet you are seeing, you are even telling another person that, see that my fellow chorister, see her shoe, this shoe, no polish. It's not polished, that is the problem. She has polish and polish. The thing is still there. And you have shoes, you haven't counting this award for you. You are counting the number of shoes, it's getting to 15. And somebody is there. They will even say, okay, let's come together. We're going for outreach, orphanage home. You don't bring nothing. Then when you now want to give, you now give faded clothes. May God judge you. Amen. Something you know that even if you see in 3rd grade, you won't wear. It is give your best. I'm not talking about just giving. Give your best. Something you know that, because what you don't, you love yourself. That's what we talked about as command. Something you know you can wear, give it. I'm talking about what you can't wear. There are some that you can't wear, probably it's not your size, but you know it's best. There are some you know that it's faded, the color is now white. That's the one you want to give out. May God judge you. I'm offended. Even if you want to give to orphanage because they don't have it's orphanage, and it's not my church member, but it's not orphanage. There was a day I get to host a more ladies conference, and there was this idea I brought, free shopping. So I said, okay, people bring in your clothes, wigs, whatever you're not using, and all of that. Then I set up a fashion committee. Some of my selected girls who are going to screen through. I said, Mama, I don't need to screen. I say, if you want to give, give. If you don't want to give, don't give. Screen through, burn some clothes. Then they gather. If you see some people, what they were bringing, even the one that has what they call it, is it whole, Abby? It's stone. I'm like, some people don't have fear of God. We had to repackage. We got nylons, different things. Don't just give. Present this in a good way. People say I want cellophane that is smelling fish. The thing is smelling. You know, you can't. Even you are smelling it. You carry it in and give it. Because don't just give. You can give the best, but not present it well. I was so ashamed. I'm like, God, how can I give this thing out? They started washing. We got laundry people. We hired, selected. I said, burn these ones. Burn everything. Say screen through. Because you can't, don't just carry and say because you want to give. You now go to the bottom of your Ghana must go bag. Even the Ghana must go is torn. You now be bringing out those your faded towels, everything. Give your best. That's how you believe in the best of others. That wig that you know that is painful, when you give it out, the thing is costing you something. Give it out. You are going to orphanage home. Don't just carry anything because they are orphans. Select the things you want to give. Make sure it's something you can wear. I was going to throw a bag one day. I said, I want to trash it. And one of my girls said, Mama, this bag is fine. I said, okay, if it's fine for you, but I can't give it out. But if you want it, that's it. Because the zip wasn't sitting well. I repaired it. I'm like, no, I can't give this thing out. Like, Mama, I beg, it's not a designer, I beg. I say your level. But that's not the point. It wasn't sitting well. And if you know you want to give and the thing is torn, go and fix it. Don't just carry it and bring it to church because we're in church. What do you know you will not carry and give out to people in the secular world? Let's lead the things, the lifestyle that we want people to model after. Give the bags, your best bags, give it out. Give your best accessories. Give your best clothes. Give your best hair. You want to give somebody hair and you know that the thing needs to be ventilated, please, by all means, do it first before you give it out. Don't just give clothes. Give idea. Some of you hoard idea. Even bank, now they hoard your money like that. You hoard idea. You hoard it like it's not God that gave you. So say, tell me, how did you bake this cake? They're like, I don't give out my recipe. Which recipe do you have? Free recipients, but you can't give out recipe. I don't give out my recipe. Which recipe do you have? Let's go to YouTube. It's just small subscription. There's even YouTube night data. You wake up by 12 and you stay there now. Which recipe do you have? No, I can't give it. I don't know. It's just that if I give it out now, before it's now, which patronage? With all your recipe, how many people have patronized you? Really? There's when I was into accessories business, I met a fellow minister like me. I was selling accessories too. And I liked a particular product. I said, please, where do you get it? She said, this someone can do you out. She didn't to date, never gave it to me. And I now found out how to get it. I was now retailing. And I told myself, see this one. The idea you think you are holding, somebody has gotten extra. When you give the idea, more ideas will come. You are holding on to that your tinkele idea. You're already suffering from kwashoko. Whereas if you give it out, God will release more. Give the idea. Some of you, somebody come ask you, how did you get this thing. How did you apply? You say, it's God, though. We know it's God. Which man did God use for you? Give me the connection.